right, everybody, we are live here near Cheyenne, Wyoming, just on the northwest side of town. Got a little supercell moving in here. Going to be positioning ourselves. That Cheyenne radar is down, so we are currently relying on the Denver radar for this. So we're a little far from a radar site, but the storm is moving decently quickly. Moving east at 40, so we're probably slightly elevated at the moment. Probably slightly elevated. We're going to be working to get to the southeast side of Cheyenne here. Windshield's a little fogged up. Welcome in, everybody. Hopefully you guys are having a good Wednesday, July 16th. So I don't accidentally play copyrighted music and get my stream taken down. Let's make sure our live chat is functional. Let's make sure it's actually working. All right, everybody. All right, there we go. Sorry, I was trying to connect to Starlink. We kind of have a janky Starlink setup today, so we're hoping it works, but I couldn't get the mount on, so I just have it angled out the rear view, or the rear window, so it does have an update to do, so we're gonna let Starlink boot. The good news is we're close enough to Cheyenne where we should be okay, but let's make sure that radar is working. It seems like it should be good now. Hello, Noodles, how are you doing? Welcome in. We are a little wide here, little wide angle. Oh, it's switching to that broken Cheyenne radar, unfortunately. That's why the radar looks weird. I don't have a way to manually set it to Denver, so we're just gonna have to rock with this. We would be using the Cheyenne radar, but that Cheyenne radar is completely down. So we're just navigating through the northwest side of Cheyenne, trying to get further south here. It's actually a pretty cold day for summer. Temperatures only in the low to mid 70s up here, which is probably great for tornadoes if we have enough heating otherwise. The only thing that worries me is our clouds waited till almost the last second to move out. So that could be a bad sign. What's with all this? I think that's on the inside right there, right? What? This? Maybe it's not. I'll get out and clean that. We'll clean off that windshield here once we get ahead of the storm. This thing's moving pretty quickly, so we want to go out and get ahead of it. Yeah, we're just going to get way east. The thing is, we run into worse temperature dew point spread, so there's kind of a gradient here, I think, that where the tornado is going to be most likely wet. What's up? Whoa. Wait. I have it all blocked. Is it the military base? Yeah, look at that. Interesting. is the base.
I bet there's money in that semi truck.
What?
I bet there's money in the semi truck.
Money?
Yeah. Transporting lots of money.
I bet it's a missile.
Could be that.
This is where like most of the, at least the public nuclear missile sites are in this area. So. So we're gonna scramble here, get south and east of town, take 80 eastward here. The storm is moving pretty quickly, but I think that tornado time is gonna be a little bit once it gets east of town. Hopefully it's not as it gets over town, because that is gonna suck if that's the case. Echo tops have fallen the past 2 scans. Do have a couple storms going up south, a couple cells up in Longmont. Unfortunately, our radar's down. Hello, J-Dog, how are you doing? Wyoming, I see chasers in Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin's definitely the better threat today, but this is local, so I figured we got a 2% out here. I'm not gonna drive 20 hours for an MCV, because those MCVs are insanely boom or bust. Like, you either see like a couple nice tornadoes or you get nothing. And I'm not gonna drive 20 hours for that, especially not in July. What's up? Yeah, sorry guys, Maddie's being a little shy today. You talk on stream all the time. It'll be fine. I can't do $2. It's so weird. It's so weird. Yeah, so we are here on, in Cheyenne now. We're going to go eastbound. We do have a supercell already. It seems to be struggling a tad. It's on that north side of the warning box here. Just go east and see what happens, I think. We do have a lot of low clouds still, but we have good enough moisture today. The question is, do we just have enough heat to get a tornado? We do have a nice base. little on the small side. Do have some kind of boundary here that maybe the storm's following. I think we just need to get moving east. I think we're gonna get, if the tornadoes that are gonna happen are not gonna be super tall, we're just gonna have to ride this instability gradient and hope the storm re-strengthens. I mean, we'll have a lot of chances today. 77 over 55 should just be unstable.
Hi, everybody.
I was actually out in Nebraska yesterday, but I missed the tornado because I got a flat tire, and by the time I got on it, it wasn't working. Plus my stream server was down. Yesterday was just not our day, so hoping for something a little better today. Still trying to get that really nice July tornado. Although I think that we're gonna need a different storm unless this thing moves into a slightly better thermodynamic environment here. I wish our radar was functioning. We're using that Cheyenne radar's been down for a good 12 hours, so. Let's see if Starlink is doing okay. All right, Starlink is updating right now, but it seems to be running at a decent pace here. So we're gonna run the Starlink update, and then we are gonna probably switch to that and hopefully have a little bit better service. I don't have it mounted on top of the car right now. Unfortunately, I'm down both crossbars and I couldn't get the mount to work right that I had, so I got another suction cup mount. Should be here this weekend for chases after the 20th. So do a 2% out here in southern Wyoming, into Colorado. Cheyenne, yeah, that Cheyenne radar has been broken for a while. They dropped the special weather statement. The storm might just be weakening. 15-minute echo tops. Let's try and get a new scan here. Yeah, echo tops continue to drop. We might have to jump a little further south. I mean, it's a storm though, and I don't know that I want to leave it just yet. Now, we're gonna have a tough time seeing anything since that, oh wait, is Cheyenne's radar back up? It might be, no, it's still down. My app was saying it was like working. I was like, what? It's been down like 15 hours at this point. Yeah, we're just gonna get east. We still have at least somewhat of a base. I can see some towers. There's a little boundary out here. I think that's gonna be our magic area here. 75 over 60 should be unstable in today's profile. I'm a little surprised that it's not. Starlink is rebooting now, calculating its orientation. Service is definitely going to be mitigated. The service speeds are going to be mitigated by the fact that I'm running this out a window instead of on top of the car, but you know, sometimes we just got to rock with what we got. Yeah, we do appear to have a boundary. You guys can kind of see this little cloud line there stretching east. That's gonna be probably where these storms propagate along for the foreseeable future. You know, we're just gonna get east. It's not gonna be a particularly photogenic storm day. It's gonna be kind of tornadoes or bust. Oh, Did they just extend that? They did just extend that special weather statement. I really do think that this is going to be our storm, though. Kimball is 75 over 61. That will definitely do the job. Yeah, so as the storm continues to move east into a slightly better environment, I think we're good to go. Sorry guys, our radar is down. That Cheyenne site is not working at the moment. Yeah, echo tops have come down a little bit. Wondering if we go down towards Wellington for that storm over there. Visually, our storm is a little weird. We're just gonna take 80 though, up and along. Although it does seem to be getting at least some sort of supercell structure here back behind us, maybe an RFD cut. And it should just propagate along this little boundary here. We have some of the ingredients here for a tornado. Everything's not quite perfect, but it's definitely a big possibility, I think, today. Do have a slight risk out here. Let's check our storm environment here. It is about just turned 2 o'clock. So that Storm Prediction Center mesoscale analysis stuff should be ready here in the next 10 minutes. I kind of want to get off this road. And see, I wonder if that's a private hill there, somewhere we can pull off on the hill and look back west. It seems like our storm's slowing down, which is a good thing. Normally when that happens, it means your storm's getting more surface-based in this context. Make sure everything's angled correctly here. Still got all these hail cracks going on. Gonna have to plug you guys in. We do have a base here seeming to develop. All right, we're just gonna scoot up this way. I want to take that road as long as it's not a private road. It says HR Ranch, so I guess we'll try it. And see a keep out sign. And there's a bunch of mailboxes here. We're looking a lot more solid now, chat. This base is getting wider. It's getting pretty well defined now too, whereas it was a little bit, it was a little confusing on where we were looking before. Now it's becoming increasingly clear what the focus is. Let's just say what the heck and go on this little patch here, face back west. You can see this thunderstorm developing here in front of us. I'm gonna get out and wipe down the windshield. I'll be right back. It has been a while since we've had a storm chase. It's been this nice out. 70s temperatures, it feels really good out. We have a broad base starting to develop here, chat. It's looking not terrible. Maybe a little lowering developing there too in front of us. Yeah, I'm expecting this thing to take off again. Although echotops continue to tell a different story with it weakening. There is another cell back west. I know you guys actually can't even see that well, so I'm just gonna show you from my phone here what we're dealing with radar-wise. So we're sitting on this special weather statement warning storm here on the east side of Cheyenne. The storm's on the north side. We got this other cell forming back west. That might be that storm. And we've got these other cells blowing up northwest of Wellington, Colorado. So we've got a lot of different options. We're gonna stay on this lead storm just in case this one gets its act together. We don't wanna be off west or southwest because it's gonna take forever to get back on it. I think the key here is definitely to stay on this lead storm. Once it clearly weakens all the way, we can switch probably down to these cells maybe. Got the best echotops, but this storm looks the nicest on reflectivity. So we're just gonna have to watch and wait here. Bring down those highlights. I'm gonna try something. I'll be right back, chat. Getting some sprinkles out here.
It's super blurry.
What?
This is super blurry.
They probably just focused onto the raindrops instead of the, yeah, that's what happened. There we go. Sorry about that, y'all. Thank you. Yeah, see, this is all on the inside here. All right, we might be picking a new storm here shortly, chat. How is everybody doing? I gotta grab a charger. I'll be right back. Let's see here. Got this. I think this. Hopefully this doesn't shut down Starlink, but whatever. Yeah, I'm not sold on this guy still. There is some kind of boundary that appears to be drooping south. Might get on that. All right, we'll get this device plugged in here. Hopefully, again, that doesn't shut down Starlink. Hopefully that does not shut down Starlink. Thai restaurant in Cheyenne once the chase is over. We will see. Thank you, Noodles. Cheyenne radar's back up on weatherwise. It's showing as back up here on radar scope for a brief second. And now it's gone again. I really think we're gonna wanna stay on this storm. But it's like the lowest echo tops of any cell. All right, we're gonna move just to keep pace with it. Cause like, I just don't wanna completely abandon it because there's still an updraft that's really spinning right now. I just wanna make sure, look at this little cloud boundary. We go into the rain core here. I wonder if something forms further east on this boundary. Echo tops just being as low as they are is scaring me a little. I really wonder if we are getting new updraft formation on. They did put a special weather statement out for that storm further west. I just still believe that in this storm. Whether or not I should, I don't really know yet, but yeah, we have options just in case, but this should be unstable. It's acting like it's stable though. Got 2500 cape. Got 100 surface vorticity, or 100 surface 0 to 3 kilometer 3 cape with surface vorticity. I wonder if we're just cooler than expected. Maybe a weak cap. I just don't know that I would trust going west right now. It's going to be something in here. If it's not this lead storm, it's going to be one of those two behind it, but echo tops just continue to fall on this guy for some reason. Even that storm back west, echo tops have fallen a tad. I mean, it's going to be going through the cold air of this storm. I just don't know why it wouldn't be unstable here. Like, Pine Bluffs is 79 over 55. I mean, it's a 24 spread, but there should be enough heat. It is interesting to me though, on the last like 2 scans, the storms dove a tad south. I think we're just gonna stick with it. We can always just take 80 and fly back west. I mean, everything is appearing to weaken except for that stuff down south. But I really want this boundary to be what does it. What do we do? Always the question. I mean, I just don't see much focus though for this. Like, I just see a bunch of rain. Don't see really any updraft. And I guess the satellite is 15 minutes old. Really? They didn't give us any of the mesosectors? Okay, Wisconsin's one of the mesosectors. What's the other one? Oh, they gave it down in Florida. Okay. It just feels like this storm's got to be pushing out a lot of cold air, and we don't want, and we're going to run the risk of any storm going up to the west of running through that. I think we'll just go east and hope that something fires further down on the leading edge. It does seem like we are getting updraft formation out that way, but I don't think it's going to be that western storm. You okay?
I'm sleepy. I didn't sleep good last night.
I'm sorry.
I don't feel good.
You okay?
Yeah.
Do you have crackers?
I ate them already.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you need ibuprofen or something?
No, I want to wait a little bit.
Okay. I've got some if you need it.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's Ryan. Mr. Scholl. It's terrible! Yeah! It's just not working. I might go try and pull up next to him.
So what's the plan?
I don't know what we're doing yet.
Is Ryan coming over here?
Maybe. Yeah. Yep. We'll roll up that freaking window. I wish there was a spot where we could say hi, but... Alright, I'm gonna go discuss real quick, I guess.
You're gonna go stand out in the rain?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
That's what storm chasing is. Oh.
Fast.
Yeah, I told him what I thought. Yeah, like I think we're just gonna go east. Yeah, there's like a little backing wind profile out there. I don't think it's gonna be west or southwest, so I don't want to go that way. Although the storm down by Fort Collins and Wellington has a bit of curvature, but they're forming like over the mountains. I think we're gonna just go east, chat, and wait. Hope we get something further out that way. Feels like every time we've tried to chase Wyoming this year for tornadoes, it's just been slightly too stable. Seems like that's what's happening again today, where we just don't have quite enough heat. I mean, I might go south. Yeah, there's a cap out east. We might go south. Yeah, east does look a little capped. Where would we go, Wellington? All right. Greeley's at least 81 over 59. So it should be unstable. Even if spreads are 20, 25 degrees, that's fine.
I'm dropping south.
I think I'm going there. I got Maddie with me.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah, so.
It's awful.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck to you as well.
You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Wellington's the move, chat. I think east is capped. They just put a special weather statement. We're just gonna follow Ryan. Ryan got the tornado yesterday and we didn't, so we're gonna follow him. Oh, our phone's overheating. I'm gonna tell Dave. I'm going south to that Wellington stuff, period. I'm worried about capping further east, period. East, period. I thought I said yeast. Spreads and wind profiles aren't as good, but at least it's not capped. All right, chat. Target 1 was a bust. We'll be to Wellington in like 30 minutes. Man, I love the interstates out here. They're so fast. head out towards Wellington. The storm's going to be heading pretty close to where we live. We're gonna keep racing out east here. Said you don't like Wisconsin's curvy roads. I liked the Wisconsin tornado target a little more. I just couldn't get myself to make the drive. Plus, I also had Jolene with me, and we didn't have quite enough food for her, and the terrain gets a little bit rough out there, I think. I've never chased Wisconsin, actually. I've been there a couple times for like fishing and stuff, but I've never actually chased out there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just warm. Are you doing okay?
Yeah.
You sure you don't want any ibuprofen?
Yeah.
Because I've got some in the Stormfront Freaks duffel bag. There's some ibuprofen if you need. Actually, I think it's Advil, so no problem. Cam's actually pretty. Her was nailing what was happening up here with the lead storm dying. Kind of crazy how well it's been doing. So I think we're just gonna go to that Wellington stuff. Get a storm coming off the mountains. I mean, it's not perfect, and it's definitely not my preferred target, but yeah, at least we'll have a sustained thunderstorm out that way. How are my guys on Twitch doing? I need to check Twitch more. We gotta build this thing up on Twitch, man. Stream manager. How is Twitch? How are you guys doing out there in Twitch? I need to research Twitch stuff a little better. All right, well, we're gonna head down to that Wellington cell. It just seems like everything's really capped again. Whoa! Dude was drifting over.
You scared me.
Sorry. If there is any chance for a Monument Valley land spout, I will drive all night for it. That is my position on this season's monsoon. I guess it would be this year's monsoon, because monsoon technically translates to season, so I said this season's season. It's pretty dark. Yeah. It seems like the difference with Wyoming and a lot of these states is I feel like this look would work out if it was like Texas or maybe later in the season or early in the season, but July, I think everything's got to be really like convective looking before. We did have a lot of haze and we had a lot of flat cumulus and stratocumulus out ahead, and I think that works in like, you know, March, April, May, and maybe sometimes in June. But every time I've chased a threat like that up here in Wyoming, it really hasn't worked out. You really need that stratocumulus gone a little earlier. I think with an hour or two more of heating, we would have gone. It's just these clouds just held on for just a tad too long, and so we're still capped out here. Just didn't get quite enough mixing. Although mixing is still ongoing, especially out east. I'm worried that these anvils are going to slow it down too much. But I would rather see a storm today. I don't think that stuff east is going to work out. I don't think you can bank on redevelopment. I think we're just capped all around. Even that Wellington stuff, not looking quite as promising. Echo Tops just exploded apparently on the storm back west of us. But there's like nothing there. We are using a really far away radar, so that is something. Continue down south. Man, with a couple hours more of heating. stuff is messy, chat. Although we did just get a huge echo top surge on that Wellington storm now. It's above 48,000 feet. That's not terrible. That is not terrible. We'll be down there pretty quickly. We've got a couple of lead showers racing out ahead. Yeah, I think it's just capped everywhere. Although that stuff further east as we get later in the afternoon, maybe mixing works out well enough. We're sliding south here, chat. All right, we're gonna scoot around here. They just issued a severe thunder watch. Yeah, there's something coming in by Wellington and LaPorte that looks interesting. We'll be down there soon. We're gonna have to punch this core though. Yeah, that Cheyenne radar is still down. I couldn't have chased Wisconsin today anyway, though I had to be home for tomorrow. All right. Is there anybody? Seems like that stuff east is reforming. Could have made a mistake here. I wish Cheyenne's radar wasn't down. storm cloud near Boulder. We're on a one storm north of that though. All right. We have a little hook echo here northwest of Fort Collins. Okay, we're gonna get south of Wellington here. Maybe we have a wall cloud over the mountains. does appear that whatever's happening is becoming a little less defined, though. Echo tops just drop. So it's exploding. Although it doesn't seem to be that organized either. The storm west of Thornton looks pretty interesting too, but I don't think we're going to make it down to that in time. Just going to rock with this guy. Hopefully, weather-wise, we'll switch to the Denver radar here shortly. Once everything loads here, I want to check and see
I don't think I want to sit back because I don't think this stuff's going to be hyper photogenic or anything. Yeah, like I don't really feel like we should back off for structure.
I think we'll go a little further south, though. Get off at the Fort Collins exit. Yeah, so here about 7 miles.
This is the storm, though. We're kind of underneath the base. It's definitely outflow dominant.
How capped are we? I want to see what the mesoscale analysis says here. I mean, apparently everything's capped, so surface-based little pocket of surface-based we're nearly uncapped, so I think we'll stick to this. $77 over 59 is barely capped. Greeley's 81 over 59 though, which should be close to uncapped. So hopefully the cell can kind of survive out there, make it to Greeley, and then that's when it should go. It continues to look worse on radar though. It just seems like everything comes off the mountains and struggles. The only thing that looks really that solid right now is that storm west of Denver. But there's no way we're gonna make it to that, and I'm not gonna chase over there. Yeah, this thing's starting to lose its structure a little bit. Echo tops fell pretty dramatically. It had a big jump, and now it's coming back down. Echo tops have fallen once again dramatically. There's some stuff up by Pine Bluffs which allegedly have 55,000 foot tops. So I guess we should have stayed east. I wish Cheyenne's radar was working. We could get a good view of it, but well, I mean, we could get down here at Holt and then go northeast. What a bad chase day. Can't really get a cell that's just surviving anything. Like the second they come off the mountains, they just fall apart. We're at 40,000 feet. Alright, we gotta get moving here pretty soon. Here comes the other FD. Oh my god. It would be really nice if that Cheyenne radar was functioning. Alright, well, I think we're gonna have to turn and go back east here, I guess. If not, like, I mean, the storm's not gonna redevelop here. I think it's too cold. Maybe it'll go further east, just like what happened in southern Wyoming. Like the echo tops just continue to explode on that. I swear, if I keep doing this or I keep making the wrong storm scale decision here. Happened yesterday. Might happen again today. Hopefully we can get there before that storm matures. Either way, this storm coming off west should mature as it gets closer to Greeley, I would think. Although my forecast for today has been completely wrong. We could be to Grover in an hour, although it'll probably be a little further south than that, but... Alright, we're taking this exit. Looking at the cell right now. Maybe a little bit of an RFD cut back there. It, to me, looks more just like a big linear updraft right now, so nothing too crazy or impressive. I think we're just gonna have to go east. Driving in circles is what we're doing today. Just need something to survive, really. Whatever's happening east is better than what's happening here. Although, Echo Tops did just jump on this cell again. Although they're not very concentrated. It just looks really cold. Lane ends, merge left. Is this guy gonna be nice or is he being mean? Okay, he's being nice. Thank you, sir. Storm out east looks a little bow echoey, but we're not going to know because we're getting far from any radar sites. Did that same thing that first cell in Cheyenne did, where it pulled its hook back. Echo Tops remain a little higher though. They did drop, but they've kind of tried to redevelop here. Sell out east Echo Tops have come down to 50. I don't think I've ever seen this many people on this road. So we're basically just going to be visually watching this guy here and then watching that storm to the east on radar. Sterling's at 81/61. They finally put out a special weather statement for that storm. Just got a bolt on this cell here. Who is up there? It's looking like a supercell really trying to get going north of Grover. the right answer all along. I think we're just gonna maneuver and get in position halfway in between and just see what takes off. Storms seem to form really nicely on the mountains, and then they fall apart, they get a little further east, and then they quickly redevelop. Now this storm that we're on right now weakened for a little bit, but its echo tops have, at least for the last scan, picked up a little bit. I mean, if I'm looking at echo tops this late in the chase, storms are definitely struggling to get going. Echo tops continue to increase on that. I think that Grover storm is hopefully this cell's picking it up. And it looks a little stable here though in person. Put out a special weather statement for this cell. Definitely not the worst look ever, but not great. It actually looks pretty trashy. I think I really just want to get up north. That storm should be taking a diving southeast towards Raymer pretty soon. Car's auto brake function is a little annoying in scenarios like that where the car pulls off really fast. Greeley is 79 over 59. We've cooled 2 degrees. Might have a little wall cloud coming together northwest. The storm might do just enough to convince us to stay. Perhaps a new hook echo forming. Echo tops continue to expand. Perhaps a little lowering there. Maybe a weak little RFD cut. Oh, gotta get over here. Storm's apparently coming this way, so. I bet that storm south of Pine Bluffs, north of Grover, Colorado, is really pretty. Maybe not really pretty, but it probably looks a tad more tornado-y. it should dive south. Like echo tops are diving south. It should go almost straight towards Raymer once it intensifies. So then the question becomes, do we stay on our reforming storm? Or do we say what the heck and go east? I think I'm gonna try and get east because we can come back west, and we got a decent view from here. Just don't like this cell that much. Close. These two. Although I will say that this is the coldest I've ever seen 20-degree spreads look ever. Chat, we might have a funnel. We might have a weak little funnel back there, chat. I don't see much rotation on it. We have a huge line of cars behind us, though. I don't see what it's doing right now. Yeah, maybe some kind, maybe not a funnel, some sort of lowering there, though. I don't see any rotation on it. Maybe outflow. I don't really see where an RFD cut is. I don't think I'd expect the tornado to be in that position. Suspicious lowering is really all we can say right now. With that cold, those low clouds coming off the rain like that, it's making me think it's just an outflow feature. I don't see any rotation. Yeah, I don't see any rotation with that. I think we're gonna just keep going east here. Give this one more scan. Well, whatever that feature was, it's gone now. This road is insanely busy. I don't think I've ever seen this many people on this road. Like, look how busy this road is. This is like right next to Eaton. Please just get, there we go. Yeah, I think we're gonna go east. We'll keep this storm in play because it keeps doing some slightly interesting things, but I really just don't have a super long-term belief in it at the moment. Echo tops continue to go up though, but that's true for both cells. It seems like that Grover storm's trying to ride the boundary and trying to zip her down. It's just moving too fast to do that. sky just looks really cold. Regardless, it should be moving into a slightly more favorable environment. Doing some wacky things here, Chad. I really wish it would be this storm, but I don't think it's gonna be. So, at the very least, we can just drive away while it produces. Oh, Ecotop's just had its first big Ecotop surge. I think that storm north of Grover, though, looks beautiful. I wish that I could find a picture of it or something. It has a really nice radar presentation. Yeah, like it just seems like a new storm keeps trying to form on that southern flank there. Do you know where we're at? You tired?
I know where we are.
Yeah.
We're close.
We're in Alt.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just didn't sleep good last night.
I'm sorry. Yeah, today has me feeling like an idiot.
Why?
So we got off that storm, right? Because it was like
Yeah.
almost dead. Like,
Yeah.
and we get probably 45 minutes off of it, it blows back up. We get on this storm, it's already like blown up to what that storm was, and now it weakened. Though this one is re-strengthening, and I can't decide what I want because every forecast I've made so far today, except for the Wisconsin tornado one, has gone pretty badly.
I'm sorry.
And this storm here just looks really cold. Yeah, that storm's got to move like down south, I would think. Our storm looks like a big hailer right now. It has re-intensified a tad, but I want to chase tornadoes, not hail. If that Cheyenne radar was up, it would give us a much more clear indication into what that Grover cell was doing. I mean, we're only like 45 out from that storm. Kind of just want to jump on it. Seems like Eaton is narrowly going to miss another hail storm. just don't seem to have a good handle on what's happening today. Man, that Cheyenne radar being down is a pain though. Patrick. That storm is diving south. So like we'll catch it between Grover and Raymer, I think. This stuff over here just looks really cold. Fort Morgan is almost 80 over 63. I just have no faith in this. I just don't have any faith in that Pierce storm. I would imagine it's strengthening though. Echo top scan. That Grover cell is really trying to build south. Grover cell's echo top collapsed. Just absolutely collapsed. What the heck happened to it? It was rocking over 50,000 feet and they just fell below 45. Below 40, I guess it's 47. I guess storms out here don't have as big of echo tops, but still. The chocolate covered almonds, please. Thank you. All right, chat. We're heading east, I think. The storm is not the worst ever, but I just feel like we got a better opportunity out east. It is looking a tad more convective, though, the further east that we get. Couple it up by Pierce. We'll take a quick stop here, look back northwest. actually going to take a right turn here because I don't want to get stuck. Yeah, it's a really broad, flat base right now. It looks pretty cold. Yeah, I don't like this very much. And then there's this little scud tags forming over there with the taller echoes. I still think I want to go east here. Yeah, we look a little more convective east. Just looks really cold, really stable. We gotta keep our eyes peeled to see if a wall cloud or anything forms on this, but it just looks like so many days where you just don't quite have quite enough heat. Now this lead storm over here is blowing up. One in front of this, that Grover cell has recovered some of its structure, but look at this. We're getting a little lowering developing here finally, getting storms that look like they could maybe do anything. A little lowering way out in the distance there. Still think we're gonna go east to either get out ahead of this storm or get on that Grover one. This has got to be a sensor issue, right? It has not moved from 29. That's the storm way up there. This cell doesn't look too bad though. It looks pretty cold. It looks pretty cold and it's far from perfect, but it's definitely better than anything else we've seen. That storm's just been sitting north of Grover. This guy's really picking up the pace though. Bad. It still looks really outflow dominant though, and I think because of that we're going to continue this way. That Grover cell just looks really pretty on radar. This guy's down here's a little messy, but that's because there's a lot merging in. use that dang Cheyenne radar. Give me another Echo Top update here. This thing should, down here, should be pretty explosive of a jump. Kind of mezzo-handed off to the east there, but it looks really, really cold. It does not look like a tornado-producing supercell. Although I wonder if that one east does too at all. What are we doing? 50, 45. We must have just gotten on the road because there's not really any turns coming up. Rover cell looks a little worse on radar now. There's a lot of stuff initiating here. I mean, the tallest echoes are on this cell northwest of us. We might just cool it and sit on this. Dude, looks really, really cold. It's a really pale looking storm here. Trying to figure it out. Where we could park here. Let me see, I'm just gonna do this. All right. Storms cannot decide which storm they want to be better. East, west, east, west, east, west. My internal monologue is just doing that. This thing's probably got some ginormous hail. Does not look like a tornadic supercell. trust this road. Where are we going to? There's a big hook on these cells right now that you guys can't see because it's using the Cheyenne radar. Oh, look, look, look. See him? No. There's a rabbit. With like orange ears. It's pretty big. They have really big ears. Alrighty, chat. Really wondering what's gonna happen here. We've got like two cells here. One's got like a big hook on it. If there's going to be a tornado, it's probably going to be back west if that cell can redevelop. It's got a really nice shape to it. Look at that. And then we're on this one out east. I was just here like 3 days ago. What does it say? No hunting. Nope, this is a 2-track road. The speed limit sign is blown down. Well, if we can get through this road, we can connect back up with the good road network. Please don't be a closed gate. Gate closed? No. I would like to get off 2-track roads. This road better not ever close. Out to a... Oh wait, does it not connect to that over there? Okay, it does connect once we get down here in a mile. As long as this road's open for the next mile, we're fine. Another open gate. feeling tornadoes from today anymore. Just don't think we had enough clearing. Dave said that that thing up north wasn't that great. I think the cell west is redeveloping. And I think we're just a little too cold. Watch out, birds. Storms just really are having a tough time maintaining themselves. going to see a tornado today at all. Should have gone to Wisconsin, I guess. Quick. Thing's about to drop hail. I don't think much is going to come from this. Guy looks cold and fluffy. Punches out. seems like everything is pretty much weakening though. I think our clouds just cleared out too late, guys. I think that's what the issue has been all day. about done. What's the SBC got in store for us here? Really anything worth going after? All are weakening pretty rapidly. Today has turned out to be pretty junky.
Sorry.
I guess I should have gone to Wisconsin, but I didn't have time.
Alright, we gotta get moving here pretty soon. Here comes the RFD.
I swear I'm just cursing the month of July. Should be nice so I can make some repairs and get some stuff out of the way. that's it for today.
I'm sorry I didn't work out.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up here. Storms really haven't cooperated all day. Seems like we just didn't get quite enough heating. We didn't mix through that stable air quite enough. Be there right now?
Yeah.
All right, we'll be home in about 15, 20 minutes. I can't hear you.
I said I hope so.
Oh, okay. Another rough chase in the books for July. June was insane for us, but July's been pretty slow, so maybe we can...
Alright, we gotta get moving here pretty soon. Here comes the over 50. Oh my god.
Is that a land spout threat in Kansas? Yeah, land spout tornadoes possible from Dodge City. Literally over Dodge City, that boundary is. All right, chat, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you so much for joining me. Is our connection down? No, connection's working. This person behind me is making very wild hand motions. I don't know what they're doing. All right, chat. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I know today was a bit of a rough chase, but we'll be back. It's probably going to be a little bit. I'm going to go after that ratio stuff next week. We're going to save our energy for supercells, tornadoes, and landspout threats. But we're going to go home. I got some work to do. I let the dogs out, so be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will be back next time. Not sure when that's going to be. Have a great rest of your afternoon, and stay safe, everybody. My signal is legitimately not working, and we're in Gailton right now. Oh. How am I not getting signal in Gailton? Once our contract is up, I'm switching this to AT&T.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That you liked Verizon?
Look at that.